This video is going to provide basically some crypto tips and some insights about the crypto world for 2023 and in general. And I'm just going to start with the headlines in the Cointelegraph. It says that the United States is going to see inflation spike and 5 things to know regarding Bitcoin this week. So first of all, the Bitcoin traders, they fear new lows amid flatlining price. So the Bitcoin holders, they be wishing for volatility. They want to see Bitcoin going up, but so far it seems like there's nothing. During Christmas, during the past few days, it pretty much remained the same. You can see it's $16,681. Didn't see any major changes here. The line is pretty flat. However, and someone says 12K is very likely, and Michael Burry warns inflation will return. What's the issue with inflation? I mean, inflation basically is means that there's less investment that like we used to see in the past 10 years, where companies used to invest money in um, in stocks and basically in other companies, and investors, they save money because they can get fixed deposits, for instance. Now, one of the things that Binance used to offer a year ago, 2 years ago, was pretty high interest on the USDT, on the Tether, and other coins as well. They offer, for instance, on BNB 3.5. However, when you compare it to what you have in the market itself, in a regular bank, traditional bank, it's not very attractive anymore. It used to be 10%, by the way, if you go about 2 years ago. And that's why crypto was booming. There were basically crypto loans that in Binance that where somebody would take his crypto and use it as collateral in order to have leverage. So if you have, for instance, $1,000 worth of crypto, you can have $2,000 worth of crypto. Then you can have a leverage and you can start trading in Binance, for instance, with this leverage. So if you would gain 60% on $1,000, you would get it actually on $2,000. Then you would you pay back the loan, and that's how Binance would make money. The issue with it right now is that those things are no longer attractive. First of all, because of what happened with FTX. And secondly, it's because the Federal Reserve is expected to raise the rates again. By February 1st, 2023, we're looking at 0.25% to even a possibility of larger 0.5 percentage point hike. So with this case, that means that traditional banks in the United States, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citibank, whatever, they're going to offer investor savers basically more money for saving with them. And it doesn't require any technical skills. You don't need to use a wallet, for instance, like a crypto wallet or anything. People that are not really savvy, they don't really know how to use crypto so well. They're going to use traditional banks, and that's how they're going to make money if they have money saved. If they don't have money and they have to pay a mortgage, for instance, that's another issue as well. But from saving perspective, from investment perspective, you can see why crypto is not attractive, because it doesn't offer. There's no really substantial offer against what you see from the banks right now. So that's something that crypto has to solve. Is it going to come with an offer, so to speak? Can crypto offer something for investors so they would invest in it? Only time will tell. That's what we're going to see. But that's something to expect in 2023. So what can we expect for 2023 from Binance if we have to just look at it holistically? If you go to CZ, which is the founder of Binance, you can see that he's been tweeting a lot recently. Seems like there's a heavy weight on his shoulders, and that's why he's sometimes he's coming with tweets like, "I think I was more tired on my vacation than at work." It takes a lot of energy to relax or do nothing than doing something that you like. And this is his pinned tweet for 2023. So he said, let's try to keep it simple. Spend more time on less things, do's and don'ts. And one of the emphasis here is on compliance. Basically, he's already expecting a lot of regulation from, after what happened with FTX. It could be not only regulation from the United States, it could be also in Europe as well. So it's not gonna be so nice, but that's what he's saying. Now, you can see that some of the tweets that people are making here is that CZ, I think it's best you pin it to your profile. He said it 6 hours ago, and he said good suggestion, and it's done. That's why he pinned it. If you would look into this tweet, just 20 minutes ago, there were some nasty tweets like written back, and like this one. This tweet means there's some damning real news about to come out against CZ, and as always, he will just call it fad and block everyone who disagrees. There were a few more like this. I mean, Vincho is the number one source for trusted crypto insights. He has 34,000 followers, and there were a few more comments like this, and it looks like some people are a little bit skeptic about what's going to happen with Binance. Um, so yeah, that's something to consider. Um, if I'm going to look at just a few more comments here. My crypto is frozen on Binance while the company operating liquidity pool is audited. Is there any chance we can expedite the account audit so we, as the members, can get the crypto back? It's reminding you something like SDX. So he says to start a live chat with Binance and get it resolved. That's what they replied over Twitter. By the way, they have a very interesting verified account because it's official business on Twitter. Like it looks like it's yellow now, it's not blue. um, anyways, regarding Binance itself, you can see very briefly here that Binance Coin is trading at $246. And if you look just back in November, if you're going back just 3 months ago, in November, at the peak, it was $360. And even if it was $350 then, it lost like $100 of value. Now, it happened before crypto. Doesn't mean that Binance Coin is going to go further down. No one knows. If you want to look for more ideas, you can check the posts here. Sometimes some valuable information is posted here, and you can, based on that, assume or basically suggest what's going to happen with the price. But is, for instance, Elliot is bearish on the Binance Coin. He says, uh, let me read it. What is perhaps the highest time frame? 3 months worth doing. So that is not trend line. That's just been with Bitcoin. The very beginning price was with violently, but I mean volatility rejected from 2011, 2013, broke back. Anyways, bottom line, he says overall extremely bearish outlook for Bitcoin as well as Ethereum, Cardano, Chainlink, Binance Coin, and Polygon. He says why? Because I'm familiar with the time frame levels, and it feels like just like we said in the previous part that Bitcoin is going to touch $12,000, and as a result, Binance Coin is going to go down. That's the way he sees it from trading perspective, not from anything based on news. Anything again, we don't know what the news is going to be next week from now. Well, we do expect regulation to take place in 2023, at least for according to what CZ was saying. If you go to free Bitcoin and you type the code Binance CZ, then you're gonna get a bonus here. Okay, so that's something for you to consider. All right, let's move on to the next part. Thanks. CoinMarketCap is one of the most popular websites for crypto prices. If you want to check the crypto prices in real time, then that's the best place to go, coinmarketcap.com. It updates the price of Bitcoin and other crypto coins every second, almost every second, for sure every minute. Since it's Christmas Day, we don't expect a major swift to change its price and the prices for crypto basically because there's not going to be a large trading volume on Christmas Day. So we're expecting Bitcoin to stay over like around $16,800 ish. But sure, if something new is going to happen, then you should definitely see changes. If some major exchange, for instance, is going to close on Christmas Day or something big is going to happen, then yes, there's going to be move in the price. So the CoinMarketCap is listing all the coins based on their trading volume and the market cap that you have here. So Bitcoin has the largest market cap in the world of crypto. Then it's Ethereum. Then it's Tether, USD Coin. Ripple is number 6. It used to be number 3. And Binance Coin is number 5. So you can see how important Binance is for the future of crypto. So if I scroll down, you can see all the coins that are listed here, the ones that are less popular. For instance, Zcash, BitTorrent, which we offering in the free BitTorrent.com faucet, PancakeSwap as well. These coins have pretty massive volume as well as market cap. I mean, with all the respect, $550 million is pretty huge. It's not something to underestimate. The same thing with Dash, that used to be in the top 10 cryptocurrencies, but it went down because, as you can see, I mean, not it has less of a use for now. But it went up a little bit in the past 7 days, a little bit high, but it's still like $44. It used to be worth more than $150, if not more, back in its better days. So that's what something that you can see on CoinMarketCap. However, there's some other sections that you can check on CoinMarketCap. For instance, you can see the recently added coins, so you can see Santa masks. Normally, these kind of coins are pretty much like shitty coins. They no value. It's best not to buy them. If you want to check them, you can click on the link and basically check on their site. And this way you can see what they're offering, what they're about. This is a meme token, so you only buy it if you really like it. If you do it for speculation, or if you think you're gonna make some money out of it, then be very careful, because many of these tokens, of these meme coins, they could be dangerous. This could be interesting, but you have to check it. You have to check it for yourself. You have to be sure that you conducted your own due diligence and you're happy with it. So that's something for you to check. And back to CoinMarketCap. If you hover with the mouse on cryptocurrencies, you can see gainers and losers. So basically, gainers and losers are showing you all the top performing coins in the past 24 hours and the losing ones as well. As mentioned, this is Christmas time, so we're not expecting huge swings when like seeing 20, 30, 40% that you might see on a normal working day. But still, OKB went up by 5%. Zcash that we mentioned previously went up by 1.6%, and Solana went up by 0.84%, Chainlink by 0.58%, 58, and Litecoin is $65, but it barely changes. Same thing with Cardano, which actually went down if you look at the long term. And on the other hand, you can see some coins that lost value. XEM, NEM is under 3 cents now, which is very low. And Maker, for instance, $542, and so on. You can see what's going on with all these coins, and you can also check the gainers and losers over the past 30 days instead of just the past 24 hours. And then you're going to get a better insight of which coin is performing well. For instance, the Tone coin, which is now in the rank 22 in the CoinMarketCap list. So if I go back to CoinMarketCap, you can see that number 22 is Tonecoin. And Tonecoin has went up by 44% in the past 30 days. So that's something to consider. Bitcoin SV went up to 44-ish dollars. If you Dash is 44 as well. If you see it on the rise, but again, in the long term, it went down pretty massively. And Bitcoin in the last 30 days made a gains of only 1.69%. So that's something to consider. Binance Coin lost in the past 30 days 19%. So this is something that you can look. And 1 second. Somebody was messaging on Skype. I'm just going to close it so you won't bother. Sorry about that. And so yeah, so this is something to consider when you want to check a coin. Like for instance, Solana is 20.62%. Trust Wallet is 36.51% down. Remember, the Trust Wallet is a link or basically connected to Binance. Binance is the one that came up with this wallet in order to allow users to basically exchange, save currencies in this wallet. But the fact that Binance lost some value, that's probably negatively shining on the Trust Wallet token as well. Other than gainers and losers, you can also see the spotlight, like for instance, trending. So these are coins that are trending that a lot of users are talking about. So for instance, Terra Classic is still trending, but it's pretty low, 0.00014442. And you can also check, other than trending that I mentioned here, you can also check the trending like in the bottom. So not just the top 10 ones, but the top 30 ones. So Cadena, for instance, is 90 cents. It used to be worth 20 something dollars. Most visited as well is coins that are mostly being checked by users. So you can see that Binance Coin is the second one. So that means that a lot of investors, users, they have interest in Binance Coin. And they also recently added, this is what we mentioned, these are the new coins that were just added to CoinMarketCap, not necessarily were created 5 hours ago, but CoinMarketCap added them just recently. If you see anything that's interesting you hear, then you can try it. But remember that these kind of tokens, the meme coins, whatever, like Merry Christmas token, they probably very dangerous assets to buy, especially that Christmas is almost passing, and also because you don't even know who created it, what they're offering, and but you can check it and see what they're offering, and if you like it, you can give it a try. Just always conduct your own research. Okay, so that's the main parts of CoinMarketCap. Other than that, you can also check if, for instance, if you have a coin that you wish to buy. For instance, let's take a coin that is not very popular. Let's say Filecoin, for example. You can scroll down. Besides, you look at the graph of the price, you can also see the markets that are being offered. So you can see you can buy this coin on Binance, and you can also buy it in Coinbase, KuCoin, Kraken, etc. So you can see that they are all offering this type of coin. But if there's a coin that is not on Binance, for instance, if we're gonna, especially if we're gonna go down, and let's go to the fourth page, like let's take, for instance, WazirX. Not expecting it to be on Binance, although it's in a BEP too. But let's see if Binance is offering it. No, Binance is offering it. Okay, my bad. Let's try to take something that is less known, maybe from the sixth page. Let's say referum, or whatever you call it. Not sure. Let's see what the markets that are offering it here. Right. So this one is not available on Binance, but you can get it on Gate.io, and that the confidence, meaning that which is the best crypto exchange to use, that it's Gate.io. By the way, Gate.io has been much more solid and much more stable crypto exchange to use. So if you want to get this coin, for instance, you can use Gate.io to buy it. So yeah, that's more or less the way CoinMarketCap works. There's many more sections to explore, but that just the main ones that you might be aware of and you might want to deal with for now. Okay, so thanks again, and see you in the next part of the video. Bye for now. One of the best sources to know or to check if the website you're dealing with is a scam website is Bitcoin Talk. Bitcoin Talk is a very popular forum. It's been online, you can say, almost since the creation of Bitcoin, or pretty soon after Bitcoin was established, the way you want to call it, but it doesn't matter. What's relevant is that forum number 83. So if you go to bitcointalk.org with the link that you see here, basically this is a very good source to check website for scams. Um, for instance, they are there are a lot of descriptions here that might be worth checking. For instance, somebody is mentioning that he was scammed out of $100,000 by fake $0 withdrawal on the Binance Smart Chain, and that's the scam transaction basically that he's seeing. Um, that's something that you can read here and see what the users are telling him. And there's so many others. For instance, Gamebit, there's a fake team members. So they say, like all the pictures here, for instance, this guy, he says that blue frame, real name, team, Borman, and picture links are taken from here. And now this website is not working. But the fact is that somebody got them exposed and sharing the details here. And there could be so many others. For instance, somebody's complaining about Rubet, locked me out, kept my money. Sometimes this scam accusations can be, especially if they're made by newbies, there might be more to the story that they're mentioning here, but sometimes it could be something genuine, and you can basically feel free to read and see what users are telling you, what they're describing, and you make decisions based on that. Somebody says that he had an issue for $750, but then the funds returned. And there's so many things that you can read here. If we just go to the second page, we can look, for instance, stake.com account suspended and withdrawal blocked. and there's an edit. So you edit the first point. He wants to say, okay, this, and that. And there's so much to read. I mean, I'm not going to be able to go over all of it, but you can see that it's a very good source to see if there's some issue with some forum members, with some websites, etc. So that's one thing in regards to a Bitcoin talk. And the benefit of Bitcoin Talk, unlike Trustpilot or many other review websites, is that only established members, the ones that's been with the website for a long time, they're getting much more credibility in the forum. So a review website might produce or might show you a review from some user that literally signed up to Trustpilot just a week ago. So yes, the Trustpilot, for instance, is showing you a review that made by someone with 20 reviews and one that made only one review, but still, it's not there's not enough credibility there. And whereas on the other hand, with a forum like this, you can see some much more interesting things and see how members or the users react to what they see. And somebody, for instance, on November 28th, when basically the trouble started, was asking if you can access the FTX website or if you got scammed. And then we all know what happened with FTX. And there's some ongoing Coinbase phishing attack and other exchanges, Google form email scam, and there's so many other things that you can educate yourself against companies or users or anything that's basically can put you in a situation where you lose money. So that's why this forum is in our view, is a very good forum. You can see through here lot of things that um, basically are very helpful. All right, see you on the next part. Bye. If you look at Google for the keywords NFTs dead, you can see that the first result that comes up is from blockgeeks.com, and they say that NFTs, or the abbreviation of NFTs, non-fungible tokens, they were the hottest things in the market in 2021. However, NFTs have lately experienced dramatic fall from grace. Now, the trading volumes have crashed by 97% from the beginning of 2022, which was $17 billion, to September 2022, the end of it, only $466 million. So if that's the gist of it, according to bloggeeks.com, if you go inside, like if you click on the link, you can see that they sharing a little bit more information, and they saying that the chart basically showing you what happened with the volume. Then in September, OpenSea saw average weekly volumes of $80 million, reaching $11 million trading volume. OpenSea is one of the main websites for NFT exchanges for trading it, buying it, selling it. So at the peak of the hype, NFTs were nothing short of cultural phenomenon, but people were paying millions of dollars for a rock JPG file. So it can be understood and it can be very clear why it was only a hype. So the main question, is it dead? Well, yes and no. NFTs, and we know them today, that what we had in the past, that's dead. But it could be used for better cases. And the conclusion is that NFTs serve a very important function by bringing scarcity into the digital world. However, for them to flourish, it's important to expand their use cases. It's also crucial to keep in mind that as long as Ethereum remains slow and expensive to use, it's going to deter users from using NFTs for simple everyday use cases. Well, the fees with Ethereum now have, fortunately, they've been lowered for quite a while. It's only now 47 cents for a base fee for a transfer, plus 7 cents for any speed, whether it's the standard fast, so it will be about 54 cents. If it will be tokens, it will be maybe double or triple the price, dollar 50, something like that. So in that regards, that's okay. But the fees definitely were some troubles, and now they're no longer an issue. But what you can see here, just basically the main answer, the main concept from here to realize is that crypto is shaping itself, and crypto would have to shape itself more and more. Crypto is here to stay. It's just not going to stay with the same format you're seeing now. The same format we had in the past is probably not going to take place, or not only just not going to take place practically already, just like we've seen with NFT. Promo code, another promo code here is NFT might be dead. So that's the code that you can just you can use. It might be dead, it might be not. Hope you're not upset with this code. I mean, some people still like NFTs. We have nothing against that. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, that's for you to consider. All right. if you look at the site, you can see a banner for First Pin, for instance. You can click on it to check it out. As you can see here, it's talking about the TFS token, that the more you play, you're basically getting TFS tokens. Now, we've been discussing a lot of negativity about crypto for 2023, but TFS, for instance, is actually quite promising. If you look at it with a chart for the past 1 year, so at the lowest during May, June, it was hovering around 0.002 cents. And since then, it actually more than doubled its value. It's now worth 0.0056. And you can actually see that even between the last day of the year and today, it went up even further. So it's attracting quite a lot of investors. It has, by the way, a market cap of $2.5 million, and you can see the volume. It's reasonable volume considering the fact that there's small traders that using this token, but still, nonetheless, this token is bringing value to users. You can see there's a lot of users here. They are bullish on it. For instance, Sergey is saying it. RoastFS. A lot of users are bullish on it. They're happy with the returns. One of them is calling it a scam, but overall, it seems like a very interesting token to look into for 2023. In regards to the site itself, Firstpin, from what we know, what we've been experiencing ourselves, we had no issues making deposits, withdrawals, interacting with the website. It's completely smoothly. There was no problems whatsoever. And we just posted previously this information about Bitcoin Talk in the scam forum that you can see here. We didn't seem like many accusations. You would always see some accusations coming in, for instance, like against Stake, that Stake is quite a good reputation, but nonetheless, gaming sites by nature are going to get under fire. It's unfortunately part of the game. For instance, BC Game is stealing from customers with proof. BC Game is extremely great website, but the guy was saying is it was basically complaining about some bets with the total number of goals. Now, it could be right, it could be not. I personally asked him, what's the betting amount of this bet? Like, what is 0.5 hourglass? Like, how much is it in dollars? I mean, are you making a scam accusation based on a bet with $10 that you coming up with this? Is it $100? Oh, how much is it? Nobody replied. If you wish to reply, by all means, check this thread. But absolutely, this is not a proper scam accusation, at least in my opinion. And it seems like the amount is small. That's what it seems to me. But I don't know. I could be wrong here. But it seems like the guys just basically like to bash the website for maybe there was wrongdoing here, but it really I'm really more interested to see what's the betting amount, like what's the bet amount that he had over there. Okay, this is a more interesting topic, by the way. 26 Bitcoin stolen. This is the things that you actually need to pay more attention, and you can learn from those experiences how to protect yourself. That's why I mentioned previously the importance, how so valuable is the information here, because it can help you protect yourself. You can learn from other people that experience really bad things to protect themselves. So anyway, that's about the TFS token. So if you like it, feel free to check the banner here. You're gonna see the banners also on the other side. For instance, if you go to Neo, you can see the banner here as well. We always update the banners, and we're happy to do that. But we always making sure that we're using banners for websites that we trust, that we value, and you can see as well that the market speaks for itself. That's all we care about. If we just here with the NFT might be dead, now you can put TFS token, and you're gonna get more free rolls.